Depths of my soul, feeling the loss of control in the spirit, so colorful. Easy feeling, then let's go to a place where you belong. Give you strength to carry on. Open your heart, set your mind at ease. Live your life and you'll be free. We're gonna rise, rise, rise. Keep on rising, rise, rise, rise. Rise, rise, keep on rising, rise, rise.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Toon Review YouTube channel, where tonight it is once again Fan Forum. And at last, Danielle has returned to fitness
Yay!
and
Back.
able to come back on the show, which is great news. Fighting fit. We would just like to say, get well soon, King of Northumberland, because he's bedridden at the minute on all the antibiotics that he's needed to get back to health again. So we wish him well. And also the link to join the show is pinned in the live comments. So if you just click on the link, that will take you through to StreamYard, and I'll be able to see you and bring you live on the show. So come and have a chat. Before we bring anybody on, Danielle, Mr. Howe, obviously I haven't spoke to you since the appointment. How are you feeling about things?
I think it's amazing. I think it's exactly what we need.
Yeah.
I think no more five at the back. I can't believe it.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the players have had a massive shock today, and you could see it in the videos that have been posted. They're all knackered, and rightfully so, because they've done nothing for the past 2.5 years, have they? Let's be honest.
It seems that way, yeah.
I just feel like everything's coming together. And I know, like, in the time it took for Eddie to be appointed, I was getting a bit nervous, a little bit worried, because it was dragging on. And really, I feel a bit stupid about that now, because I should have trusted that they would make the right call. So
yeah, you were
I
getting
was
a bit
wrong.
edgy. You were getting a bit edgy about the takeover. You're getting edgy about the new manager.
Yeah.
Everything's edgy with you, Danielle.
100%
Need
all
to
in.
chill.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it did drag on for a while. I mean, I've heard people say, "Oh, why didn't we bring in Howe at a certain time?" You know, he's been available for ages. But look, they went through a process at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It was their process that they wanted to go through to bring the new man in, and eventually they have. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to criticize them for that. I'm over the moon that Eddie Howe's manager. Absolutely over the damn moon. I really am. And all the clips today of him, you know, doing the training, absolutely fantastic to see. I mean, you wouldn't see Steve Bruce running around like that.
No.
You know, I mean, there's one there. Just, you know, he's got the players really going. That one there with Maxi in the forefront. But look at him geeing them on. You know, I mean,
It's just brilliant.
It's training, and he's so into it, and he's been there for like 12 hours today.
It's brilliant.
You know, it's just incredible seeing that. Just he's hands-on, isn't he? He's one of those hands-on managers.
What we've got to remember is he's young for a manager, so he's probably fitter than all of them, really. Considering they've done next to nothing in terms of training for 2.5 years. So, what a breath of fresh air, though. I watched a bit of his stuff like on YouTube and stuff. Before he joined, and I just love everything. I was attached before he signed. Like, I'm actually emotionally attached to him now. So, I'm all in.
He's just one of those guys that you can't wait to see what he does. Good evening, Stephen. Just watched Adam Pearson's video of Eddie Howe's transport reversing back down the road to greet the fans that were waiting, and got pictures of him. Love that. Yeah, I think he realised when they got to the junction, and then they thought, "Oh God, there's fans there."
Yeah, it's really dark, wasn't it? So you probably
down.
didn't see them. Yeah.
Which was brilliant to do. So well done on Adam on getting a photo as well. Taylor's trying to still get over the end of the Four Horsemen. Oh dear.
Bless him.
Never mind. Okay. Evening all. Good evening, Cesare. Get yourself on, Chesy boy. We've only got 2 in the waiting room at the minute, so there's plenty space to come on the show
I love
tonight.
his profile picture, mind.
Yeah, I know. It's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah, we got plenty space to get on. Links pinned in the description. So, or live comments, wherever it is. It's somewhere in there. Dolan Magpie says, I'm dying with man flu, thanks to Paul. He's a super spreader. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm very apologetic for that. Lots of people in the chat already as well. Nigel says, watch the training video today. Wow, just bloody wow. Emotional day.
Absolutely.
If you're watching, I hope you're recovering, sir. Today's the start of our season. I guess it is.
It is.
You know, when you seen him pull up, I got out of bed this morning and had me coffee and that, and just saw the pictures on Twitter of him arriving at 6:45 in the morning. I mean, the Bournemouth fans did tell me he was a workaholic like that, and he's very thorough. And I was amazed when he turned up at that time of the morning. I think the security guard had a heart attack, thinking, who the hell's wanting to come in here at this time of the morning? But that's the way it's going to be. That's how it's got to be under Eddie. Derek says, just heard Shelby out for the season. He's pulled his left earlobe when running. There's been a few pictures of him in the background looking extremely exhausted.
Like leaning on things and stuff, yeah.
I'm giving all the players a clean slate, Danielle. I don't know about you, but I'm giving them a clean slate. See how Eddie works with them. See what happens with them. Well,
not
who
John
are you?
Joe
Not
Shelby. No.
Well, he might. I've heard a few people say today that he might be a John Joe player. Eddie Howe player. If he can get him going. But one thing he won't stand for, Eddie Howe, is laziness on the pitch.
I know. I've seen it in the did you see it in the training video? And he said you're all standing still.
Yeah,
it's not good.
Well,
welcome to Newcastle United. That's what they've been doing for the past 2 years, isn't it? Standing still.
Which is why things are going to change. So
absolutely.
I can't wait for Brentford now. I can't wait to see what happens in that game. The team lineup, the formation, where he's going to go with the team. It's very, very exciting.
It is.
Shelby looked positively shocked.
He did.
Yes, he did. Extremely. Derek says, first day out of isolation today. COVID is shit. Yeah, it certainly is. My little girl's got COVID at the minute. She's not well at all. On the settee at the moment, completely clapped out. But hopefully she'll be on the mend soon. Welcome back, Danielle. Did you borrow a wheelie bin to recover, says Nigel. Yeah. Paul says, is there anyone in the Northeast you haven't infected with your mad bat flu? No, I think I've pretty much got around everybody at the minute.
Yeah, but I think the only person that didn't get it was John.
Yeah, exactly. But John's not human. No. Anyone else think Maxie looked slow on that boot test?
Yeah, I thought he did.
Yeah. Speaking of the game, guys, I will be bringing you on shortly. Don't worry. It's only chippers anyway. I mean, Roy, obviously from somewhere in the world tonight. I don't know where he is, but we'll find out shortly. He'll be getting his butler to make him a cappuccino probably before he gets on.
Probably, I was about to say that. Yeah.
I can see your cup there, Cesare. I've got the same one, mate. I've got the same one. Oh, there's Cesare as well. He's in the waiting room as well. Good lads. We'll be bringing them on shortly. The game at the weekend. It was shocking first half, wasn't it? I mean, we knew what we were going to get first.
It was appalling, man.
Yeah.
As soon as I seen the lineup, I thought, not again. I started to get really angry about it because what are you seeing that we're not seeing? What can't you see that we are seeing? Because that formation does not work. Kieran Clark is past it. Matt Ritchie's got no legs, man. Whether
happening? You thought it was a penalty or not, it wasn't. Clark should not have been making that tackle in that
absolutely
position.
Not. No. And I think it's just a silly thing to do. But I suppose when you're desperate, that's what you do, don't you? You do silly things. So, I thought the first half was absolutely appalling. I was ready to pack it in, really, for the start of the second half.
We did get better second half, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
But it was important we came away with something rather than a defeat. The way Brighton have been playing, I was quite happy.
Well, if you take into account everyone's predictions and stuff, everyone was saying 3-0, So coming away with a point was, we could have won it at the end. But
goalkeeper took one for the team, didn't he? This is a welcome break from my HGV theory. Love the YouTube clip Newcastle United put out today. This is the comment that I loved from Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
It's not a criticism. It's just another way of training. I mean, I thought that, right. In other words, that's his nice way of putting to the players, this is how it's done from now on, you bunch 100%. Of lazy kids.
Yeah,
definitely. The new Messiah, says Gary. I mean, do you subscribe to I've been watching pundits again today saying, Eddie Howe's just what we need at the minute, and then we'll bin him off in a couple of years. I mean, I think that's wrong, because if Eddie Howe gets us out the crap this season and does well, I'm happy to keep him. I'm happy to let him build this project. And I think the owners will as well.
I think there's been a bit of a hoo-ha about the order in which everything's happened, because ideally we would have liked to have a director of football in first to be part of the recruitment process for the manager. However, if you know, I already love him, and it's been like, what, 24 hours or something, not even that.
Yeah.
If we hit the ground running and we climb the table, you know, we're safe this season, and next season we'll have a decent season, then why would we go for somebody else? Give him a chance. You know, this could be a massive opportunity for him as well for us. So
I hope it is. I really like
same.
Eddie Howe. I really like how he talks about tactics, philosophies, his trainings, you know, his work ethic, everything what you need from a manager, from what we haven't had under Steve Bruce, is that guy. Anyway, let's get some guys on. We still got plenty of room in the waiting room. If you want to come on the show, the link is pinned in the live comments. Come and join us and tell us what your thoughts are on Eddie Howe and where we're going as a club. But at the minute, we've got Sam, we've got Roy, and we've got Cesare. Very international tonight. Cesare in South Africa. Chipper's in some kind of drain somewhere. And Roy, where are you based tonight?
I'm in Qatar.
Oh, you're back? You're still there? Yeah. Is that where you're based permanently? Is it?
Yeah, this is where I live. I'm probably going to stay here till I retire, I think. I'll live here. I've got a house in Chester Street, though.
I'd stay in Qatar, mate, to be honest. If I were you, you know, let's face it. You've got butlers, you've got a royalty lifestyle over there. You know what couldn't, you know? Come on, Chester Street. It doesn't really.
I've done 14 hours of work today, though. So
wow,
we do work.
What
hard
was that? Just
here.
Getting people to make you cappuccinos and stuff, was it?
No, because I work for a football club, Al Arabi, and I work as well, and because they're hosting the World Cup next year, and they're hosting the Arab Cup next month, which is under FIFA as well.
Right.
So I'm in charge of one of the stadiums that's going to be handed over to the club after the World Cup. So
cool.
I've got two jobs. We're getting paid for one.
Right.
I hope somebody's watching here.
yeah. Cesare, good evening from South Africa. How are you doing, my man?
I'm doing well, Paul. Thanks. Hope everyone else is doing well. Danielle as well.
Yeah, I didn't worry about her. She's all right now, man.
Bafana.
Back to normal.
Bafana. What the hell? Bafana. What does that mean?
He'll know what it is.
I don't. I think it means the boys. I don't know why it's repeated.
Bafana, except there's a woman on the panel, so you know we can't really say, "Oh, the boys are here." You know what I mean? You've got to take it.
It's a South African thing. They use it's a nickname for the national team, I think.
Oh, yes, it was. That rings a bell. Yeah. Chippers, good evening to you.
Hello.
You really need to sort your broadband out, mate. Honestly, it's tragic.
I am changing it. I am getting a new one sold over the weekend, so this will be good. Good.
Roy, your thoughts on Eddie Howe? Have you seen much of the clips today?
I haven't seen any of the clips, but I'm over the moon already. I saw some photos on Instagram with everyone looks knackered, which is exactly what we need now. Longstaff needs to start running again. You never know. You might see a complete change in the way the team plays and everything, and you might see Shelby running as well. I think you are right as well. I think he might be one of the key players.
Because I haven't really will be, to be honest, but I don't know why. I just think he's Eddie Howe's kind of player, you know, playing with being able to pass the ball, etc. But we'll see. We've got Thomas. Good evening, Thomas. Oh, good appearance.
Something you said?
Well, it must have been. I don't know. He saw Chippers and thought, I'm not going on the show with him. Michael says, if you want to laugh, find the Villa training video where it shows Bruce hands behind his back or arms folded all the time. Well, you don't have to look at Villa videos to see him do that. He did that for 2.5 years he was here. Good evening, Trolls. Hope you're well. Cesare, what do you think of Mr. Howe?
I'm actually blown away. Look, to be honest with you, I was one of those many Newcastle fans who were sort of thinking higher, thinking of Fonseca and all of those things. But I underestimated him, and the more I've seen about him, the more I'm actually in love with Eddie Howe at the moment. And
I think we all are.
Same.
Yeah, you 100% has my backing.
I think this has been an incredible reaction to a manager who we probably wouldn't have thought, you know, when Steve Bruce was first sacked, we probably wouldn't have thought would have been the manager of our football club. But I think, you know, within such a short time, he's changed perception of him. I think seen him, interviewed on Sky Sports I think it was November last year, talking about his tactics and saying that the next team he's going to manage is, going to play the same way. He's very focused on. I love the way he said, "I go out to win games. I don't go out to draw games and lose, just defend. I go out to win games first." That's his priority, which stands out to me a million miles away from saying, "Well, we'll give it our best shot." Our opposition are a world-class football team, brilliant players. All that's gone now, and we've got somebody that is actually focusing on the players. Chippers, have you seen much of it today? The clips?
Yeah, I've seen it after work, and I think the word is refreshing, isn't it? It's strange to see because we're not used to a manager being on the training ground doing anything, and obviously he's been there 12 hours. I mean, he must have to have cleaned out all the kebab menus and all that Bruce must have had in his thing. Can
you imagine the state of Bruce's the desk he would have to sit with, bro? Oil all over it and stuff.
Great. It's just great to see. I mean, that's how it should be. That's how what every other club has seemingly got, and it's what we should have had for the past 2 and a bit years. But we had somebody who really didn't give us stuff. And
I mean, what made me laugh was the bleep test. I was watching the bleep and Matt Ritchie was doing the bleep test, laughing, and I thought that man is a complete psychopath. There's something the matter with that kid. He's just. I mean, obviously, I think Matt Ritchie and Callum Wilson will be absolutely delighted that Eddie Howe's come in. We know that Wilson had a brilliant relationship with him, as did Ritchie, because Ritchie said he was gutted to leave Bournemouth, but the time was right. I don't know whether you saw my interview with the Bournemouth fan yesterday morning, saying that he'd already made up with Eddie Howe, Ryan Fraser, so we haven't then really got anything to worry about that either. I think it doesn't matter to me anyway. We're coming in with a fresh approach to this team. It's a new club. It's a completely different atmosphere. I mean, what do you think, Roy? The real, what is Eddie Howe going to bring to this team that we haven't seen in such a long time?
I think it's positivity more than anything else. It's the way he's going to play as well and approach. They've probably done more work today than they've done in a year.
Yeah.
So, about 2.5 years, really. So I think that the whole team is going to change, and then you're going to wait for I think it's 4 we've got on international duty. So they've got no clue what's going to happen. When they turn up, they're going to be, oh my God, you guys are fit. So,
well, yeah, I mean, but the fact of the matter is the guys that are away on international duty, are they really going to take part in the next game against Brentford? Dubravka probably. I would probably think he's going to go with Dubravka. Who else is away on international duty? Miggy.
I'm not sure.
I'm not. Shah will probably play a part. Go on, Roy.
I can't remember who else is there. Clark, I think he's with Ireland as well.
Yeah, well, for me, he's not going to play a part.
Leave him there.
I wouldn't pick him.
Leave him in Ireland or wherever he goes. Yeah.
It's a must-win, that game, because we're 5 points behind now. If you win it, you're going to drag Brentford in it as well. So all the teams on less than 12 or 13 points, they're all going to get dragged into it. Newcastle will be on 8. So 4 points is not bad.
I can see us, hopefully, we look at the Brentford game. Yes, Arsenal away is going to be a tough game without a doubt. But, Arsenal didn't, the struggle against Watford. Now, I truly believe that if we go with a different attacking mentality to what we've been playing in the past, we can maybe sneak a point. But, I'm being optimistic, obviously, because I know that it's still the same players we've got. But at the same time, we've got then Norwich and Burnley at home, which are absolute massive 6-pointers. So for me, to try and get maybe 9 or 10 points out of the next 4 games, that could put us back in the starting to move us up the league a bit. Cesare, what's your thoughts on Miggy? Did you see him at the weekend in the game?
Look, I think Miggy, when I look at him under Rafa, when I look at him for his country, for Paraguay, he does play like the leading role. He takes the free kicks. He plays his number 10 position. He looks a lot more confident. And for him, I think it's a matter of confidence. And that's what Eddie Howe is going to bring. He's a great manager.
Do you not think that the Premier League is a bit too physical for Miggy?
I would. So about a year ago, I was actually saying that for the past year. But like Eddie Howe, I'd like to give him a chance. I'd like to see how he performs under Eddie Howe.
Yeah. I mean, I'm prepared to give him a clean slate under Eddie just to see how he works with him. I mean, I'm not expecting anything against Brentford because obviously he'll come back very late from international duty, so that pretty much rules him out of that one. But I guess we'll see. We'll try Thomas again. Are you there, Thomas?
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
My internet died on me.
Oh, well, you're alive now. We can hear you loud and clear. How's your thoughts? How's? You know, that's going to become a cliche, surely, isn't it? What's your thoughts on Eddie Howe? Have you seen many of the clips today?
Yeah, I think it's great for just the club in general, fully. Compared to Steve Bruce.
Oh, his internet's died again, honestly. There's something going on in the northeast again, obviously. Paul, that was a crazy night last night. Such a laugh. Yeah, it was probably the best way to end the Horseman, I think, on a good laugh yesterday. It was really good. So, you know, but I may as well announce it now. Monday night, I am teaming up with the Loaded Boys.
Get in.
So
just been on them. I've just said
I'm teaming up with the Loaded Boys every Monday night at 8:30. 1 week it'll be on my channel, 1 week it'll be on their channel. And we're going to see how that goes up until Christmas, and then we'll see into the new year if it's a popular show. It'll basically be about Newcastle United as normal. But the guys on Loaded, the fantastic guys. I get on with every single one of them really well. Daz is a bit of a prat sometimes, but I've got my issues with Daz because of the Love Island stuff. But he knows that. I love him really.
Daz is my favourite. I love Daz.
So I'm teaming up with the Loaded guys every Monday. So 8:30. It'll be 8:30 on Monday on this channel, and then the week after it'll be on their channel, and so on and so on. I really want to help them get some more subscribers as well because they're a good bunch, a great channel, and it'll be great to see where the show goes. I'm thinking about doing competitions on there as well, a few quizzes and stuff like that we can all enjoy and have a good laugh with as well. One thing about the Loaded Boys, they're up for a good laugh as well. So it should be a great show. So stay tuned. I'll be putting that up tomorrow, so set your reminders for that. It'll be 8:30 on Monday. I haven't a clue what the show is going to be called. At the minute, it's just a Loaded Toon review. So, but that doesn't really sound it sounds like I'm carrying a load of weapons. But you know, we'll see how it goes. But that's what's going to be happening on a Monday night from now on. So it should be a great show. Let's have a look here. We've got Thomas is there. How is going to make some players we don't expect? Absolutely fantastic. One thing the Bournemouth fan said to me that really appealed to me was that Eddie Howe is notorious. Yes, he's brought some bad signings in. Jordan Ibe, everybody talks about that, what a failure he was. People are still on about Solanke, but I don't understand that because he's like second top scorer in the league this season. He's come good. But you look at the signings he made. Callum Wilson from Coventry, Fraser, Aberdeen when he was a kid. He's brought loads of players through at Bournemouth who have done very, very well. So but what he's done is he doesn't have world-class players, but he gets a team together who play for each other, who play for the manager. And that's what I really want to see going forward is a team who are all behind Eddie Howe. Mm-hmm. Because I think what will happen against Brentford is when Eddie Howe is presented to the fans, he'll feel so wanted because he'll get a rapturous applause. There is no doubt about it.
And more flags are planning something, aren't they? So that would be amazing. Yeah.
So I just hope that the team goes out and gives 1,000%. And absolutely, you know, if we could destroy them, I mean, that would be amazing. If we could just score 3 or 4 against Brentford.
It would be the best, wouldn't it? It would just be the best day.
Yeah. We've got Dublin Magpie. Are you there?
How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. How's the man flu?
I feel like death right now.
Do you know what it is?
I know how you feel.
Man up! Honestly, you gave me so much flack when I was bad, and now yous are all crying in your bloody beds. It's unbelievable. Apart from you, Mr. Harrison, I do feel for you. You've got it worse than everybody else. But the abuse I got off you, Danielle.
I apologise to you. So stop.
You only apologised when you found out how bad it was.
I don't give anybody abuse.
What do you think of Mr. Howe? By the way, we don't know your first name. We just call you Dublin. What is your name?
Dave. But you can call me whatever you want.
I'll call you Dying Dave tonight, then, as soon as you feel like death.
Yeah.
But, what do you think? Have you seen any of the clips today?
Oh, yeah, I think it's great. It's actually see a coach actually coaching. Yeah. It's the first time I've actually seen it since Keegan. Like actually training with the players. Like.
Yeah. And what do you think he's going to bring to this team?
Attacking football, high pressing, all the stuff we need. Really, to be honest, I still kind of want Newcastle to play like they used to, where it was all out attack. We'll score more than you, that type of thing. Like, I don't care we're conceding, but I just want to see attacking football.
I think you'll still work on the defense, Danielle, but it will be nice to see us actually try and attack teams and not sit back. I mean, that Chelsea game, you know, you were in the Leazes end as well. I mean, we didn't see any of the first half because it was down the other end of the pitch. I mean,
it's grim, man.
It's not going to be like that under Eddie Howe.
No, it's not. And I think we're going to see possession. We're going to see people chasing down balls. I mean, we're going to be spoiled, aren't we? I mean, not really, because I suppose that's what's happening in every club around here. But for us, it's going to be.
Have you guys? Sorry, Danielle.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, have you guys seen the video of how explaining his tactics of how he beat Conte's Chelsea 3-0?
Yeah,
with his pressing.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, and I thought that was amazing. And more so than the attacking, we know we've got the attacking players, but I'm more keen to see the organization and the quick pressing, and that to me is going to be exciting as well.
Well, I mean, you look at two very different sides on Saturday, and I spoke about this in my videos. Is you look at the Man United, the Manchester derby on Saturday, and you look at the Manchester City players when Man United had the ball. They were swarming around Man United and making them forcing them into mistakes. And Man United didn't know what had hit them. It would just, but that's the way Guardiola plays. He plays that pressing game. And for me, that is the best way to play, because especially now when you've got all of these teams playing out from the back, you press them, you'll press them into all sorts of mistakes. And then you look at us taking on Brighton on the night time, and it's completely the opposite. Brighton passing the ball back and forwards, us sitting back for the practically, the full first half. I mean, Roy, when you watched that game, did you watch the game at the weekend?
Yeah. After once the penalty went in, I thought that's it. We're going down. But somehow in the second half, things changed and a bit more positivity. Luckily, we managed to score. And Shelby free kick. Don't even remind me where that went. He should have just at least put it, curl it towards the goal and let it hit the ground or something, or smash it.
I was going to come on to the free kick. I think that has annoyed a lot of people. I had a little dig at Barry last night on the show, because Barry was, tweeting out that, he shouldn't have shot, and then sort of he was more for whipping it in. Personally, I think that Murphy should have took that free kick, because Murphy is more accurate with the free kicks than Shelby is. And it was pouring with rain. The surface was like ice. It was perfect opportunity. Yeah, just to put the ball, to bounce 3 or 4 yards away from Lewis Dunk. And let's see, because I don't think he would have held onto the ball, create a rebound, or skidded into the net, whichever way. But instead, he plays a goddamn fairy ball across the 18-yard box. I mean, Chippers, what did you think at the time when he did that?
That's John Joe Shelby, isn't it? He tried the stupid when he should have just done the obvious thing, which was put it on the keeper and put him under, because we don't know how he was going to react. If he could have flapped, he could have anything. It was just, I think though as well, it's the mentality of our squad. At the minute we haven't won a game, they're lacking any sort of confidence. They're like at 1-1, we should have went on and won that game because Brighton were knackered. But for some reason, Jones was more like, I'll take the point rather than go and win. No. That was the problem.
I mean, if he wasn't going to shoot, then put the ball onto the 6 yard, put the ball onto the penalty spot, and let Clark and Lascelles and everybody go for a header. Lewis Dunk is not going to know whether to come out, catch it, head it. He wouldn't have a clue. I've seen an interview from Lewis Dunk saying he was just glad that he didn't have to face any shots. I mean, it was unbelievable. We didn't press him at all. I know it was late on in the game, but Jesus Christ, we had a perfect opportunity there to really test him. I was actually infuriated. I just could not see the point of what he did. It's the same. The thing is with our set piece, I don't know whether you guys have noticed as well, it's the same set piece time after time. It's back post, head across. Yes, we scored a great goal, no doubt about it. It worked that time, but it doesn't work every time. You've got to mix it up, surely, Cesare.
Yeah, And look, coming back to Shelby's thing, what annoys me the most is he takes his ridiculous half-line shots when he doesn't need to, or actually sometimes he does when it's actually kind of cool. And I think it's I don't know, sorry, I don't know if it's Chippers who said that.
Yeah.
But coming to the confidence, it actually says everything, because before he would have taken shots from anywhere. Now he wouldn't take a shot when he needed to the most. So it was quite annoying.
It was. Tom says he's watching this show whilst being on Football Manager 22. I haven't actually tried that yet. Is it any good? Let me know. I'll try and go on FIFA, but I'm useless. Wendy, good evening to you. Hi guys, glad you're back and better, Danielle. Looks like Eddie is going to intensify training and pick out the lazy ones that don't really want to do much. He's definitely going to get the best of them. Do you think, Roy, that he's actually sort of changed people's opinion even further today with what they've seen on the clips?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't seen the clips, but I think even the players themselves are going to be like, we're getting caught out here, and the lazy ones are going to have to work harder. I think I've got a feeling one player in particular is going to improve a lot this season.
Oh, here we go. This is a moment. You put yourself on the spot, right? You're on the spot.
Is he worth 15 million?
You're going to say Joe Linton, aren't you?
Joe Linton, that's the one.
Yay!
I was going to say that before. I wonder if we see a different Joe Linton now under Eddie Howe, because he's.
Danielle, he changed the game. He changed the game when he came on.
He did.
I'm sorry, but we looked a different team when he took Miggy off, and Joe Linton was a game changer. And I never ever thought those words would come out of my mouth.
I know,
but I'm the same as you. I can't wait to see what he does with Joe Linton, because I think there's a player in there. The way he got his head up and passed that through to Wilson was brilliant, because he was being tackled, but he kept his head up and he played a brilliant through ball. Now, we still don't know what position Joe Linton is actually going to play in. You know, he's all over the place. But if Eddie Howe if he goes 4-4-1-1 or he goes 4-4-2, what an opportunity that is. That is a perfect opportunity. And I cannot wait to see what he does. I mean, does anybody else? I mean, David, what do you think about Joe Linton? Do you think we might see a different one?
Yeah, he's played in his proper position, like the left wing, but or left mid or whatever you want to call it. But I think I don't think Eddie Howe's gonna allow him to be like lackadaisical or whatever. Like, he's gonna force him to put in effort, or else you get dropped. Like, I think Eddie Howe is the type of lad that if you don't put in your effort, you're not gonna get a game. Like.
Yeah, I mean, can I just ask you guys, Chippers, Paul Merson's comment? I know we all think. I know we all think wonderfully well of him. He came out and quoted yesterday that the Newcastle fan base are going to be disappointed with Eddie Howe. Why?
He quite clearly doesn't do his research or doesn't see social media or anything, because I don't see any fan disappointed with him. I don't see any fans saying the day, well, wrong appointment, wrong this, wrong that. So he's quite clearly he's obviously information's complete bullshit in there.
Without a doubt.
I mean, I would never trust.
I think he's doing the same in Jordan me. I think he's just trying to get a reaction. That's what I think, because Jurgen Klopp came out today and said that he's one of the best coaches he's ever met in his whole life, talking about Eddie Howe.
Yeah,
I just think Paul Merson's a bit bitter, isn't he? On Soccer Saturday, he's always just whenever we're mentioned.
Why couldn't have sacked him and all? I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
Merson's always against Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
He is, yeah.
We've got a couple more on the way. Gemma's in the waiting room, but she's got no devices connected. So there's no microphone or camera connected. If you just want to put your mic on, Gemma, I can bring you on, but I can't see anybody. There's no devices connected, but we do have Stephen. Good evening.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Oh, hang on. We might have a microphone. Are you there, Gemma?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, there you are. Right. Right, we'll start with you, Stephen. What are your thoughts on the day? Have you seen many videos?
Yeah, I've seen them all. I think it's quite refreshing to say how a manager trains these players. I thought it was very refreshing when he turned up at 7:15 in the morning. I think the players would have got a real shock.
I think the security guard got more of a shock than anybody else, to be honest. I mean, the pictures that were coming around, he had a startled look on his face at the front there. I found it hilarious. Peter, thanks for the £4.49 super chat. Look forward to your content. Love the channel. Thanks, mate. Gemma, you'll be buzzing, are you?
Yeah, like, did you see the Baywatch themed like training clip?
Yeah, I retweeted that out.
Hilarious.
I mean, that happened within minutes of the. It was brilliantly put together. I mean, what do you think Eddie Howe's going to bring to the team, Gemma?
Well, I'm hoping an attacking threat, like.
Yeah.
But what I noticed was Eddie Howe running about and Shelby just stood there. Like, which one's meant to be the coach here and which one's meant to be the athlete?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I don't know, but I thought it was. Go on, Chesra.
Sorry, Paul. Okay. To be fair, I think that was the short clip. I actually watched the long clip, and that was when the rest of the team was still watching him explaining what he was expecting. So when I saw the short clip, I was also a bit annoyed at Shelby, but he was still in the process of showing them what he was doing.
Yeah, I think most of the stills and short video clips always showed Shelby leaning on a flag or leaning on something as if he was.
I seen him leaning on the post.
He was absolutely out of it. It was hilarious. Joe Linton has just sent in a £5 super chat. Thank you very much. Holla chippers, holla Mr. £6.10. Thanks very much. I'm never gonna.
You're never gonna live that down, are you? That's I was gonna stick with you now.
No. Ryan says how fresh-faced and energy is already better than 2 seasons under Bruce. Well, I've got tickets for the game with Brentford, so I'm looking forward to seeing Howe's first game. You missed me. I presume I don't know who that is. Is that Thomas? I think it is.
Yeah.
Abs, good evening. I am prepared to wipe the slate clean and even give Shelby another chance if he survives the week, that is. I mean, everybody's thinking Shelby's going to be on their sort of deathbed by Friday, which is, well, he's got 2 weeks. I mean, it's going to be impressive. Gemma, I mean, you've obviously seen the clips today. It's completely different from what we used to with Steve Bruce, isn't it? I mean, do you think, given that we've got 2 weeks before the Brentford game, are those players going to come out a lot more fitter? And do you think he'll go attacking?
Yeah, definitely. And I like the idea of Richie not playing left back. Like,
I think everybody does.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
right.
But
Imagine.
he's worked well with like Richie, Fraser, Wilson, so hopefully. And he seems like respected and admired by former players that play for us. So
yeah, it's certainly exciting times. CFC Florida, thanks for the $5 super chat. Good evening, all. Enjoyed the short vids. NUFC put up the day. The way Howe moved on the pitch may need to be a player coach. Michael Marsden, thank you again. £140 super chat.
Oh, Jesus.
Matey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You just blow my mind all the time. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate that. And I'll catch up with you shortly. Anthony says, seen a few players blown today in the training videos. Just shows how unfit they all are. Well, apart from Richie, who's like some kind of cyborg. Did you see that, Stephen, when they were doing the bleep tests? And Richie was just smiling.
I did say that. Yeah, I did say Richie looked over the moon, didn't he? I mean, he was the only one smiling, I think, Richie.
It was crazy. I have never known anybody to do bleep tests and smile. I used to do them when I played ice hockey at pre-season training. And I used to, well, if I didn't throw up, it was a miracle for a start. But then, you're looking at somebody doing bleep tests, smiling, and you think, what? Are you some sort of robot? I mean, he does.
It's Darlow in the training video. He was hanging out his ass, wasn't he? He was knackered Darlow, didn't he?
Yep. They were all hanging out their ass, unbelievably so. Guys, if you are enjoying the show tonight, please don't forget to hit the like button and help us to continue to build the channel up. And if you're new and you're enjoying what you're seeing, please do consider subscribing as well. And as you can see, super chats are available if you want to donate to the channel. The super chat button is the $sign at the bottom of the live comments. Just click on that and it will take you through. By the way, Gemma, thank you for yours last night. No, thank you for yours last night. Go on, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, no disrespect to Darlow, but I can't wait to see Dubravka back.
Same.
Yeah.
You should have played on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, Darlow didn't have a lot to do really on Saturday, did he? I mean, he came for a few crosses. He looked a bit better, but the fact is that I was pretty disappointed he wasn't on the pitch. I mean, Roy, Dubravka's the number one, isn't he? And I don't understand, why he's sitting on the bench for 2 games. Do you think Howe's going to put him back in?
It depends when does he come back from the international. He needs to see him play as well in training. So, but I think he'll probably watch him anyway in the international. So he's got 2 games and probably get back 2 or 3 days before the match. So yeah. I hope he does. I hope he does. I mean, Darlow didn't do any mistakes though.
Yeah. Go on, Cesare.
No, I was just saying Howe has been doing his homework before this. So like he does have quite a good understanding of the team already. Yeah,
he has. And that's one thing that Amanda Staveley did say, that she was very impressed with his knowledge of the club and that he'd done his homework. It's incredible, really. I mean, you can imagine him taking a huge big A4 binder into his interview and just saying, right, I'm going to work on this, and this, and go through everything. What were you going to say there, Dave?
I was going to say, like, Dubravka's number 1 for a reason. He's a better keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's certainly more vocal than Darlow, and I think the defence trust him a lot better than they do Darlow, which, given how bad the defence is, I mean, if I was a goalkeeper with having them 2 numpties in front of us, I'd panic as well, to be honest.
I think sorry.
Go on, Gemma.
I was just going to say, I think with Darlow, I've never been a fan of his distribution.
There we go.
Or his presence.
He just doesn't feel as much confidence as Dubravka does.
Yeah. I mean, I was watching a clip yesterday of Dubravka's debut against Man United, and I thought, wow, I mean, Darlow just isn't the same keeper. He's not on the same level.
I wouldn't like Dubravka running at you with his fist out,
Yeah. But that's what you want in a keeper, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's not afraid to come out and actually, go through players to punch the ball away, which Dubravka does. Darlow, I think, is... he's a little bit worried about his hairstyle and things like that. And, it can be a problem for him. Carl, good evening to you. He says, my wife thinks I'm still going to watch EastEnders on Monday. Fool. Oh, fair enough. It was like Brighton were playing training. Yeah, it was, but it was the same as the Chelsea game the week before. Nigel says, ASM looked like he struggled in the bleep test, but amazing on the pitch. Just imagine his ability plus fitness. He'd be worth millions. Well, I guess now we're seeing Chipper's wise blown out his ass after 60 minutes.
Yep. He looks like he's bulked up, but whether that's down to putting muscle on or because he has an easy lifestyle after football, or because like Bruce probably said to him, "Oh, just do what you want. Cause you're the best player. You can turn up on Saturday. You can have a week of kebabs. You can have a week of chippies or whatever you want." And just
maybe we'll actually see him actually come on the pitch not dressed as the mummy.
Yeah.
Right,
that's what I was going to say.
I mean, God, he's got shares in bandages, hasn't he? I mean, it's unbelievable. Yeah, and UFC for Life says, what are you going to replace the 4 horsemen with? Need something to brighten a Monday night up. I'm behind with my comments, so I presume you heard the comment before. I'm teaming up with the Loaded Boys on a Monday night, 1 week on this channel, 1 week on their channel. So all Newcastle United stuff. So just tune in for it and you'll see what's going to happen. Lots of Newcastle United content on there, as well as hopefully some competitions and stuff like that, and giveaways and all that kind of stuff. So it will be a very good show, I've no doubt. The Loaded Boys are hilarious as well. We're all up for a good laugh as well. No, obviously not to the stage of the 4 horsemen by any stretch of the imagination. So Chippers will be disappointed, but never mind. The director of football, this Michael Emanuel, keeps getting mentioned. Does anybody know much about this guy?
He discovered the likes of De Bruyne, Salah, the Lukaku when he was younger, and people like that. So, like, I've just been onto the Load Show, and I was speaking to Chris, and he said he was apparently credited with the start of them, like under Abramovich, so can only bode well. I mean, I hope if we do discover likes of De Bruyne and Salah, we don't let them go like what Mourinho did there. Like, I mean, Jesus Christ, if we get them talents, bloody heck.
There's a lot of people putting on social media that they're worried about the players that maybe Eddie Howe can attract to the club. So, but I believe his number 2 it has very, very good contacts across Europe and is capable of bringing players in. But Danielle, if you were to bring in a director of football, who would you like to see it be? Now I know how crazy you are with your checkbook soccer and all that kind of stuff. So
no, I wouldn't bring in like some big name. I'd probably, I'm just all about the romance, me. I'd bring in Les Ferdinand.
Yeah, it's a question of whether Les would leave QPR.
But you know what? Like whoever comes in, like I'm behind 100%. And obviously, PIF have decided that this is the guy that they want. They've had him in Saudi. They've had him, giving him the VIP treatment. So that's the number one guy for them. So whatever they decide, I'll back 100%.
Yeah. Well, Derek says apparently Football Insider are tweeting we've signed him.
Yeah.
So
how reliable are they? That's the only problem.
Well, you never know, do you? I mean, maybe it'll be announced tomorrow during Eddie Howe's press conference. So you just never know.
I think one Saturday when Jamie Rubin tweeted a big week ahead, as if like something massive was coming. So perhaps this was the big week of the unveiling of the team, maybe. So Eddie Howe first, director of football.
Be nice.
Yeah, I heard there was three positions to be filled this week or something like that. But I don't know where I've seen that now. But I did see it says, and there was 3 after Eddie Howe. So I don't know.
Maybe we're getting a new MD. Maybe Charlie's position's going to be filled.
Well, we know Charlie's going, don't we? So that needs to be filled. I was pretty happy with that news yesterday. No. Ryan says, levels, Paul. We use Howe, then move on. It's what it is. What it is. I disagree with that completely. I mean, Gemma, what do you think? If Eddie Howe performs over the next 2.5 years as his contract, and he starts taking us up the league, playing good football, do you think he needs to be binned off for a world-class manager, or can Eddie Howe become what Kevin Keegan is?
Well, with Man City, when they first got the takeover, they started off with Mark Hughes.
Yeah, they did.
If he has a good start, and obviously there's no reason to sack him, you know what I mean? If he delivers during those 2.5 years, like the thing is, I thought we were wrong to get rid of Chris Hughton.
100%.
Yeah. So obviously, if the manager's delivering the goods, there's no reason to get rid of him. Basically,
you don't fix it if it's not broken.
Exactly. I think it's really unfair on Eddie Howe to even be talking about that now, coming up, because 2.5 years time, he could have us challenging for cups. He could have us in the top 4. You never know where we might be in 2.5 years. It's an awful long time. We just have to, give him our full backing. I mean, Stephen, do you look at it any different? Could Eddie Howe become somebody like a Kevin Keegan up here?
Well, yeah. I mean, if he's given a chance and he improves in his 2.5 years up here, there's no reason why he can't be. I mean, he's only been at the club 12 hours, and I'm all for him. We're 1,000,000% behind him. I think. Yeah. When he came to training 7 o'clock this morning, with the players training today, in rigorous training sessions, I think that's going to be a constant throughout the 2 weeks when you're on the pitch during his international break. So, yeah, I think if we can challenge for cups, like you say, Champions League football, and yeah, I'm all for him if he was to stay after the 2.5 years, because I think he's a good manager.
Mm-hmm. I do as well. I mean, he just seems to be taking it all in. And the Bournemouth fan yesterday on my show was talking about, the similarities to what Rafa did, getting the club, getting the fans, getting the area, and actually going out and doing stuff in the local area, interacting with fans and things like that. I mean, that's what we want at this club. And that's what, the new owners promised us. Cesare, it's going to be a bit strange for Newcastle United fans having a manager like this again, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna take me a while getting used to having a manager who actually connects with the fans again. Look, I do like the similarities between him and Keegan, but he will have that where Keegan was all about philosophy. He wasn't that technically great, to be honest with you. Eddie Howe has both. I mean, he's got the philosophy, he's got the attacking mindset. He is going to be a lot more embroiled in the city. And he's got that attacking style that we all love. I think he's got everything to become a legend at the club.
Todd, good evening. Or should I say, AKA Jim Ross from the World Wrestling Federation. Get yourself on, matey. We can't wait to hear that Gruffalo, Tennessee voice of yours. Click on the link and get yourself on. I'd love to know what you think, Eddie Howe. Michael says, would you take the former Chelsea director of football who's been linked? Was a massive influence for them between. Well, we spoke about that, and apparently he's already signed. Time will tell. David says we can offer European football next season if we win all our remaining games. 90 points. 90 plus points should see us in the top 4. David, I don't know what you've been smoking, mate, but your optimism is blowing my mind. Kevin says Qatar or Chesley Street, 14 hours. I do that about every day. Still in Qatar, but a long way to St. James's. Yeah, I wouldn't like to swim it. David says Eddie Howe's introduction kind of reminds me of when Keegan first came. We were an awful side. The city was flat and had no ambition. Then utter euphoria. Hope history repeats itself. I really do. We've got a man coming on here who, well, must be sick as a pig to see all this good news going on at Newcastle United, being where his club is, because the rut of garbage. Good evening, Annie.
Sorry about that. Yeah. Hello there.
How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
How are you doing, Annie?
How you doing, Annie?
How you doing, Annie?
I'm putting my ostrich head in the sand.
Right. Okay. Well, you said you had an ostrich head, not me, so I can't be accused of being nasty to you. What do you think of Eddie Howe coming in? Have you seen any clips today?
I've seen a few clips, but
being a closet Geordie and all that.
All right, calm down. Yeah, I've seen a few clips on Twitter. Seems fairly standard for me, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, you must be sick as a pig where your club are at the moment, given what's happening. Well, no, because you predicted us to lose every game last season, if I do recall, Annie. So, things are turning, slowly turning, but they're turning, which is the main thing. That's not a bad shout, Kevin. Kevin's saying in the comments there that he'd love to see Warren Barton come to the club. I mean, did anybody see him on Sky Sports News this morning?
I did.
He was. I mean, he's got a. I think he was trying to sell himself. Myself. I mean, I honestly think that somebody like Warren Barton, and especially if he became some sort of ambassador for the club, working in America, putting the ties out there. We this is what we need. People with sort of become this massive global brand that the new owners clearly want from Newcastle United. That's what we want to see. Paul says, having a progressive manager, it will be interesting to see just how good these players can be. For once, I'm positive about the future. Have you banged your head today, Paul? Positive about the future? Julie says, I think Mrs. Howe needs to form an orderly queue. Mrs. Howe? I don't know, Julie. You need to explain that. I'm way behind you. Nigel says, Kevin, that ex-Chelsea fella looks decent and fits the new young age ethos, ambitious and enthusiastic. How Roy, I mean, we talk about working under a director of football. Not all managers like that, but obviously Eddie Howe has been told that there's going to be one coming in. I think that was obviously part of the communications between the two parties, and it'll be interesting to see how they work together.
Yeah, they need to sink in and have the same ideas. If it works out, it's going to be brilliant. And then I can see Eddie Howe staying for years and years. Because I don't believe in names, really. You can, let's say, give us Pep now. And there's no assurances he'll win us 3 or 4 games in the next 9. And Rafa might do better. Rafa might do better than Pep with our squad. So it depends. You get names, and then you get what you do on the pitch.
Yeah, the Rafa ship as well and truly sailed now, and I'm quite happy about that.
Yeah, I'm happy about that as well. Yeah,
because there can be no more talk of Rafa. I know that'll disappoint you, Danielle, but times are changing. Rafa, for me, we've got the right man. Yeah,
he didn't get a proper shot though.
No,
thank
possibly
you.
not.
Yeah. Thank you. That's all I've been saying. That's all I've been saying.
Go on, Gemma.
I'm saying I'm in agreement with Danielle and Dave here.
Yes, Gemma.
Oh, God's sake, man. You just need to move on.
He's the one who brought he brought what you call it, the new owners to the club.
Yeah.
Yes,
so we kind of
was. Yes, all right. He was part of that.
He's one of them.
Yes, but the problem is he's not here anymore, and we need to
That's
accept
okay.
that and move on. It's like a tragic love story with some of you fans and Rafa.
I know. I just want to see him put. I just
Oh
want
my
to see him put
God.
the glasses back into
No.
his pocket.
Rafa Lucian.
Rafa Lucian.
You've got the same mug as me, by the way.
I love it, mate.
But the problem is I don't have butlers that go around making me cappuccinos, though, Roy. That's the difference.
No, that's only when I'm at my mate's house.
Yeah, I have to get off my arse and go and do it myself. K Moggy, good evening. He says, how he's going to kick the... I really like that. Is that the Queen with a Toon top on? It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Jesus. How he's going to kick the players up their arses and then sign good defined players that will keep us up. I was starstruck watching it. Raging there wasn't a longer video of the training session. I think there is a longer one on now, isn't there? There's a longer one on,
it's on
YouTube. Yeah. Kieran says, I love the passion from Howard. To be honest, something we haven't seen for a long time. The way he was getting involved, showing how they should make a run. No more Bruce Ball. I think that's what we're all excited about, isn't it? The fact that we don't have any Bruce Ball. I mean, for me and for probably other Newcastle sort of YouTubers, it's a case of thank God, we got something positive to talk about for once, because it was getting to the point where we were pulling our own arms off and smashing us over the head, because it was so much negativity constantly, and it was doing my head in. But Annie, I mean, positivity is not a word I'd use for Bristol City right now, buddy.
No.
Why don't you take Steve Bruce, Annie?
Yeah.
Fantastic manager, Annie.
He's a lovely guy, family man.
Fantastic.
Family man.
Yeah.
Did a fantastic job with Newcastle as well.
In the media. The media love him. He's a media darling to his mates and talk sport.
Yeah, the same stats as Rafa. Same stats as Rafa.
He's used to look.
Go on,
Can
John.
we have Daniel Farker, please?
Why do you want Daniel Farker? What do you think he could do for your team? He's bloody shit. He can't play football. He gets him out to the championship and then he goes backwards again.
Is that your Mrs. Brown accent, Paul?
Oh, piss off, Cesare. Cheeky git. I thought my Daniel Farker is quite good, actually.
It's awful.
Oh, you would say that, Annie, just because you're in a state of depression at the minute with your football team.
Well, you're not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong. That's why I'm saying it. Michael says, Newcastle fans expect too much. Look at our reaction to a training ground video and tell me again how we expect too much.
Or the windows getting cleaned.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right, Michael. You know what I mean? All we want to see is a decent attacking football team, and thank God we're going to get it.
According to Paul Merson, we're not happy with Eddie Howe, are we? According to Paul Merson.
Oh, Paul Merson's just a... What's Paul Merson, Danielle?
Hey.
Monumental bellend.
Get in! Get in,
I hate him so much. Honestly, he's so bitter. I just can't even put up with it anymore. Like, we've got to take over. We're the richest club in the world. Jog on, son. Like, bye-bye.
Just say that again, Danielle. Just say that second part again. I didn't quite hear.
We've got to take over. We're the richest club in the world.
Yes, all right there.
Yeah, we
got
love
the
it.
ball because it's sinking.
And he hates Amanda Staveley as well. Have you noticed that? He's like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm
so
not
does
convinced
Simon
they know
Judy.
what they're doing. Like, oh, do
Oh,
what?
like he's annoying, but so's Jamie O'Hara, and so's Ollie Hull. Like, oh, get
Oh,
a
don't
grip.
get me started. on
Ollie
Hull.
Hull, my head in.
What an
this
absolute-
morning.
Yeah, that man is...
Richard Keys is the worst.
Oh,
Well,
hairy hands.
Yeah, hairy hands. You
Yeah.
know, they're all the same. They're all in the
Gorilla
same club as
gloves.
each other. Yeah, exactly. They're just like Ollie Holt's comments. I mean, he should be fired for them as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he's just absolutely disgraceful.
Miguel
I reported
Delaney
his
as
tweet
well.
anyway.
Don't get me started on Delaney and
I'm
all.
blocked.
Just, I tell you what, put them all in a room with me, right? Just for 10 minutes. Just for 10 minutes, and I'll wreck every one of those faces.
Not joining
Get carried away again. Geordie Toon for Life says Michael Emiliano. Oh, it's Emiliano, isn't it?
Eminalo.
Let's just call him Michael.
And then in enemy.
You know what? We should just call him War Mickey.
Just call him Michael.
Mickey.
Is he
Call him
Italian?
Michael.
Michael Cappuccino.
Don't think so. I think is he not Nigerian or something?
He's Nigerian.
I don't know. Is he Nigerian? Is he?
Yeah.
Well, I just thought if he was Italian, John Sinclair would be hitting the ceiling right now.
Oh my God, imagine.
Good evening, Ginger. Shelby will not suit how he plays ball-winning midfielders. Yeah, well, that's up to Shelby to prove him wrong, isn't it? So,
You won't.
well, you know, we tried our hardest, and that's what matters. No more shy Bruce talk, thank God. Can't wait to see future plans for the training ground. Do you think? Peter, good evening.
Hello.
Do you think that Eddie Howe's maybe seen plans for the training ground?
Yeah, by the looks of it, and I've seen the video of the training session today, and he means business by the sound of it.
Yeah,
he really means business. Get those lads in before 7 o'clock this morning, and I think I'm loving the gaff already.
I know. I think everybody is. I think the videos have only yet more enhanced our love for him. I mean, Gemma, what did you feel like when you were watching the videos? Did you feel like you just wanted to hug him?
No, it's just from the club. All like myself and the majority fans have ever wanted is ambition, passion, and effort. He got into training. Was it 6:30 this morning, or
around about then 6:45?
Yeah. And he's just got straight into it. He's just worked, and he's putting the effort already on his first day. Like, it's just exciting. He's telling the players they can't just stand still. They've got to move around, and it's just, I don't know. There was basically like a game of musical statues, wasn't it, with Bruce? So it's just nice.
Sleeping Lions
move, you know.
The bacon, did you say?
I've been watching it.
The bakery. How's the bacon?
They've not closed down the opposition. They've just literally stood there, and then the opposition have scored. And it's just like, what are you doing? Just standing there asleep.
I think the commentator said in the first half something about Brighton passing the ball. The Newcastle United players are going to be absolutely shattered by half-time chasing after the ball. I thought, well, they're not. They're just standing still. They're not going to get tired by standing still. Interesting point from Andy. He's got faith in Eddie Howe even if we go down, which is something that we obviously is a possibility. You know, we still have to remember that Eddie Howe's, he's got Steve Bruce's team till January till he can bring in some different players. So, I mean, Chippers, if we go down, do we stay faithful to Eddie?
Yeah, we've got to. I think that's the idea of appointing them. I think they've got him there in case for that option. I think one thing is that these owners they're not going anywhere if we go down. So they've got to look forward as well as the present. And I think rather than getting them in to the end of the season, they've given 2.5 years. They'll say, well, if we've gone down, well, it's Steve Bruce's squad, so we're going to rebuild it. I think that's the whole thing. Rebuilding part of it is, if we do go down, the squad obviously isn't good enough, and they need the massive overhaul in the summer. But if we stay up, then we'll do it in stages rather than quicker. It's a long-term process. This they've said obviously it's going to take time, and I just think that's why they've got them in case that happens.
Yeah, I think. Whatever happens this season, Eddie Howe should just be given the free hit of the season because the damage is already done. If we're going down, it's not his fault. It's Sob. So take that pressure off Eddie and just get behind him, get behind the team, and scream at the top of your lungs for the players. That's all I'd say.
Definitely, totally agree with that. Yeah, he's got to have our full backing. And you know what it is? There is going to be some rough stages under Eddie. You know, we are going to have rough patches, but that's what he's there for, to change things and keep adjusting things, which I think he will. But it's mighty important that the fan base stay behind him and let him know that we're right behind him, whatever he wants to try and do. Natnit says, say hi from Thailand. Hi from Thailand.
So Madika.
Roy, how many bloody languages do you know?
Just about 2.5.
All right, half.
Half Persian, full Arabic, and full English.
You can speak Arabic. Can you write Arabic as well?
Yeah.
Jesus. Honestly, Al Walid sent me a message the other day, right? And he must have forgot that I'm English because he put it in Arabic, and I thought, what the hell? And then it disappeared, and then he sent me a message in English again. I thought, Christ. I didn't have a clue what it said.
I bumped into Al Willie there at the weekend. He was staying in the same hotel as me. I was walking out dressed up as your man from what do you call it, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I bumped into him. So
Jesus Christ!
As you do.
Yeah, so the one selfie I got with him, like you see Al Willie there, like, and there's me with the mask and all on me, and it's hanging off me. But yeah, he was a gent. He was an absolute gent.
Oh, he is. He's a lovely bloke. He's certainly had a good time when he's been in the northeast. That's a certainty. He'd be going home for a rest.
I'm so happy for him, though. I really am.
Oh, I
Yeah,
mean,
time Brighton, didn't he? Like
he did. Yeah, he got left at Brighton as well. I mean, honestly,
bless him.
you know, it could only happen to Al Louis. To be fair, you know, it just added a bit of excitement and a bit of a challenge for him to get home. But he made it back, didn't he? So that was the main thing. K Moggy says he wants to go with a 4-1-3-2. Maxie and Wilson up top. See, I disagree with that straight away. Willock as the can, Fraser and Miggy on the wings, Lewis and Murphy fullbacks, Hayden CDM, Charles Lascelles centre halves with Dubravka. Right, Maxie is not a striker, right? So if Eddie Howe goes 4-4-2, I don't want to see Maxie play as a second striker. He's not like that. He should be on the wing, right? Fair enough. Yeah. Other wing as well. I've got no problem Miggy being on the wings and then Fraser coming on, or Fraser starting in front of Miggy, because quite frankly, Miggy's. I'm done with Miggy at the minute. I just don't see a way he can get any better.
Terrible on Saturday.
Oh God Almighty!
Don't
say that to Baz.
Look, I know Baz loves Miggy, and you know we'll never change.
Well,
Baz's
honestly,
mind on
you
Miggy.
got to be honest. That performance was woeful.
But he hasn't got to play though. Like,
yeah, but the
product though, like honestly, it's just he runs out like a headless chicken. That's what he does.
He does.
I think he'd be better with better players around him, though.
Yeah, but the problem is he's been getting the ball, and he just panics as soon as he gets the ball. It's like he doesn't know what to do with it, and that's when he actually gets the ball. His control is disgraceful at the minute. I don't know what's going on, but you watch him for Paraguay during the international break, and he'd be a world beater. And it's something about him coming back and playing in the Premier League. And I think the kind of player that Miggy is, maybe suited to like French or German football, something like that. I just think the Premier League's too. Let's face it, he's a minute little man.
I think it has more to do with instruction, Paul. I think it has more to do with instruction. Look, let's be honest. Miggy isn't. I hate to say this, but he isn't the most intelligent footballer. So I think it has a lot more to do with instruction. He got that with Rafa, and he gets that with the Paraguay coach. He's a worker. He needs to be told what to do, how to move, and look up. That's all he needs to be told what to do.
He does better when we're playing attacking football, not sitting back. Yeah. Like if everybody was running like on the counter or something, he'd be better.
We could say that about a lot of the players, though, couldn't we? That there's a lot of the players much better on the attack than defensive form, which is why I can't understand that these professional coaches, playing them way out of position. Annie, I mean, it's very difficult to try and talk to a Bristol City fan at the moment, given your position. I don't want to sort of keep going on, but you're pretty crap at the minute. Did you see Newcastle's game at the weekend?
No, but general consensus from what I was hearing from the guys, basically on all the reviews, really, on YouTubers. Really bad in the first half. Brighton totally dominated you, and then the second half you got better. And I think once you rectify, the fact that Eddie Howe will try and instill
how
Eddie Howe's trying to instill
Eddie how
the fact that he will try to start games on the front foot instead of sitting back. I think that will grow over time. I don't think that will happen next week against Brentford. I think that will happen over time. I think fans have got to be a bit patient with Howe. But I think over time, come Easter, I think you'll start to see how Eddie Howe actually really wants to.
How did you say how? How?
How? I don't know. I don't know how he does that because I'm not part of Eddie Howe's coaching staff. But over time, he will get his playing style across to the players.
Yeah.
And just because Bruce has been there for two and a bit seasons, it's going to take
who? Who?
The B word.
The
Can't
B
be
word.
P
Don't
word.
you mention the P word anymore, Annie.
The B word was there. For
Have
nearly
you have you Bristol City fans run out of patience with your Mr. Pearson yet?
I have.
Oh.
But I'm not sure about the other fans.
Time to say goodbye. Oh dear.
But unfortunately, Mr. Nigel Pearson's got COVID right now.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Second time, I think, as well, which is really concerning.
Yeah, I've had it twice as well.
Oh, Dave, nobody's bothered about you. Just you be quiet. And die in your bed.
Yeah, apparently, rumours suggesting that he might not be back from illness, which means
he might not be back from illness.
Which means he's going to be sacked.
Oh, interesting.
Or resign.
And Steve Bruce.
He's not going to die. Don't worry. He's not going to. He's either going to be sacked or he's either going to resign because last afternoon, yesterday, lot of rumours saying that he's resigned and quite concerning really because his health is for a bit of a sorry state. He's missed about the last month of games due to illness. So yeah, really concerning for him. Yeah, get better soon, Nigel. But
you don't mean that, Annie. Dave, you know, the only reason I'm having a go at Dave tonight, by the way, if anyone doesn't know, is that he's blaming me for his man flu again. You know,
but this time it's not COVID.
Dave, though, was it? Like,
well, no, but you know, considering that you and Gemma were having a conversation last night and actually put my username in, blaming me for being ill. Danielle was doing it the week before. Dave Harrison was doing it the week before. It seems like I've spread this man flu across the northeast and all the way to Ireland.
It was a gentleman thing to do, like.
Oh, I thank you. I appreciate that. Now shut up and drink your lemsip. Stephen says, like golf, getting. Why does people mention golf on here?
Guys, I've got to go.
All right, Cesare, you take care, my man.
Okay.
See you soon, buddy.
bye, Cesare.
Cesare's probably off to go surfing with the sharks. Oh, we have him. Good evening, Mr. Jim Ross.
And he's gone.
Are you there, Jim? Who's disappeared now?
Danielle.
Oh, Todd, are you there? Todd.
Ground control to Major Todd.
Right. Todd, are you there, Todd?
Todd.
Todd.
He's there.
Ground control to Major Todd.
He said yes.
Did he?
His audios could be off or his microphone's muted.
Todd, turn your microphone up a little bit.
Can you hear me now, Bobby?
No, there's not. No, he's not there. I don't know where he's gone. Danielle's probably had a coughing fit, to be honest, and I've just got a private message from Todd saying yes. Okay. Well, it's
yes,
that's what
he
was.
He is there, but his mic wasn't working. Probably.
Well,
he's here in spirit.
He's probably here in spirit. Fair enough. We have Billy Trey. Good evening,
Billy.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Man. Good, that.
Good.
How is everyone?
Yeah, we're very good. It's basically an Eddie Howe loving today.
I'm not talking to Billy today because he lives in the Coventry area, and Bristol's recent result was a loss at Coventry. So I'm not talking to Billy today. I refuse.
City are crap.
Annie, there's some very disgruntled Bristol City fans walking past my house Saturday. One got so bad he kicked his combine harvester.
Or I travelled up, I did on my combine harvester, and I had a can of cider in my hand as well.
Annie, didn't Coventry have 10 men as well, and they still beat you?
Yeah, they had 10 men at half time. We went 1-0 up.
Half time? Jesus Christ, Annie. Honestly. I hope Danielle's all right. I don't know where she's gone. She'll be back on shortly. What's your thoughts on Mr. Howe, Billy? I mean, have you seen many of the clips today?
Yeah, I've been very impressed with it. I was underwhelmed at the appointment, I've got to say, especially with the names we were linked with. But he's won me over in one day with what I've seen today, and getting out at 6:45 in the morning and
the training methods look great, and there's no criticism of the players when they do something wrong. It just seems a complete different thing to what we had before. And where Steve Bruce would have me and coach them how to dip the bread into the bacon fat to make a decent sandwich. It just seems a complete different kettle of fish, and it looks great, and hopefully we'll see the results on the pitch from what he's been doing on training ground. It looks great, I've got to say. Yeah, I mean, we said before there that no doubt that he's. I think the videos that the club have put out today have undoubtedly won a lot more fans over that were unsure. He's very, very hands-on, and he also doesn't take no crap. I mean, that's one thing the Bournemouth fans said on my show yesterday, that he doesn't take any crap, but he deals with it behind the scenes. He doesn't bring it into the public like it slipped out last year about Bruce and Richie and the Longstaffs and whatever else. He keeps things very much in-house, but he isn't afraid to bollock someone, which will probably, let's be honest, mainly be Shelby. So are you interested to see what kind of formation and team he goes with against Brentford? Yeah, very much so. I mean, I noticed some of the training sessions today were about playing out from the back and pass and move and making space for each other and that kind of thing, stuff that we haven't done all season. So, yeah, I guess we'll go to a flat back forward the next game. I'm sure he will. And we'll see positive results from it because the players look up for it as well. I've got to say, the players looked up for it in training too, so which is none of the heads hanging down and that kind of thing that we can used to see on the pitch. It just looks positive, and in one day, that's great. I mean, I'm really, really impressed by what I've seen today. Definitely. You even had the keepers training like outfield keeper, like outfield players. I noticed that. Yeah, they were just stuck in the goal. It was. That's what I love to see. To be honest, I have just noticed what I can do there. I can move people around on the screen. Look at that. That's interesting. Anyway, never mind. John says Barney, when he gets the chessboard out, sheer class. Yeah, he loves his chessboard. Brian Johnson, the lead singer of AC/DC, has joined us. That game is won already. Bring on Arsenal. Welcome to Eddie and his team. Barney Rubble says, Football League Manager of the Decade. Now he is ready for his biggest club yet. Eddie is our man. It's slightly staggering, all the positivity. I'm not used to it. Kieran says, was watching John earlier and his camera must have went off at least 4 times.
I know, bless him.
I was watching him while I was in work today, actually.
Yeah, I watched it. I did watch him. Did he do a stream this morning? I can't remember. I think he did.
I think he did, yeah. 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock or something like that.
Right.
John, I think you did.
Yeah, I'm going to send him.
Watch John apart from the Four Horsemen.
Yeah, you don't watch him for a reason though, Gemma, because he's after you. Especially since you made that gelato comment last night. I tell you what, that's all that's going through his head today.
Gelato is good though.
I wonder what that meant. I wonder what that actually meant.
Gemma, now you're actually on here. What did that mean?
Oh no way. What it says was sorry,
you will be sitting with anticipation here.
You actually said to John Sinclair, "You make me melt like gelato."
In the sun, yeah.
You are filthy.
You don't do yourself any favors.
Filthy.
It's just a bit of banter, with the Four Horsemen, but
Yeah, coming from Gemma, who wouldn't come and say hello because John Sinclair was at the stadium. She ran past and ran into the stadium. Yeah.
Ran to the other side.
Yeah. Tom says, call the new show Monday Mags. That's a possibility. Gary says, Alex Ferguson made bad signings. Yeah, we remember Taibbi.
But he didn't sign Dom Solanke and Jordan Ibe, did he?
Right. Shut up on Solanke, right, little Bristol boy, because I'll tell you why, right? Dominic Solanke is second top scorer in your stupid little championship league this season, is he not?
Yes, he is, but how far behind is he of Mitrovic?
I'm not on about Mitrovic. I'm talking about Solanke. You slagging him off, slagging the signing off. Eddie Howe, as I said earlier in the show, is good at bringing players on and improving them. He signed Solanke, and suddenly now he's scoring goals for Bournemouth.
Yes, Jordan Ibe. He's scoring in the Premier League.
Listen, mouse boy, I'll tell you something, right? Has Bristol City ever signed somebody that's been a failure?
Yes.
Has Manchester United ever signed someone that was been a failure?
Oh, definitely yes.
Have
Jemba
Arsenal?
Jemba, Cleberson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Annie, you've had a mare. An absolute
Dan
mare.
Solanke, though, my God, 20 million. Completely useless.
Honestly, you know, Annie, seriously.
Liverpool bought Andy Carroll for 35 million.
Sorry.
Go on, Gemma.
I'd rather Danielle had checkbook rather than John. You know, if he thinks Joe Linton's worth 20 mil, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, but
that's
Danielle with a
was,
checkbook as well. I mean, God Almighty, you know, if anyone's going to drain like £300 billion from a bank account, it's probably Danielle.
I'll do it.
Oh, well, we've got enough money, you know. Richest club in the world, know that.
And sorry, what was that? What did you say there? Richard?
Move on.
In the world.
In the world.
In the world.
Sort it all in, Annie. Sort it all in while you're in the championship, where it's just club in the world.
Yes.
And you're heading for the championship.
Oh!
We'll see about that.
Well, at least we'll get 6 points next season anyway, won't we?
Yeah. They'll be in League One.
30-40.
They'll be in League One, so we ain't going to be able to play them next season.
Yeah, I mean, Sunderland are bottling it again. There's no doubt about that. Paul says, so nice to have a manager again who we don't all cringe over. Bruce, McLaren, Kinnear, Carver. Yeah, we've had some stinkers.
Yeah.
Even Klopp made bad signings. Yes, Annie.
Yep.
So you can stick Jordan Ibe where the sun don't shine. I'm sure Bournemouth fans want to do that as well, actually, but he's not there anymore. Is he?
No.
I'll have a look who he plays for.
He's a free agent.
I think he's unattached. And I'm not really surprised by that. But then again, if John Sinclair had his way, he'd have Ryan Brewster as our new number 9. So, you know.
Oh, my God.
John be attached to Joe Linton.
Well,
inside, but...
Let's not go there.
Sorry.
The director of football.
Who was director of football, Gemma?
Bianca Westwood.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. Oh,
I still had the PLM out the wall. I still had the PLM out the wall, Paul.
Yeah. Oh, did it? No, we're not going there. It's over. Paul, hopefully players like Elliot Anderson will get a chance and we don't make mistakes like we have with Lee Clark's lad going to Liverpool. Sydney is getting Elliot Anderson. One thing the guy did say, the Bournemouth fans, that he doesn't really, he wasn't, who's gone there?
Gemma.
Oh, she might have been knocked off. Earth to Jim Ross. Are you there, Jim Ross?
Yes, I'm here. How you doing?
Yay! How are you doing, Todd?
I'm doing just fine. How's everybody doing?
We're good. We're very good after today. We've had, I don't know whether you've had a chance to look on. Shut up, Annie. Don't know whether you've had a chance to have a look at the internet today and see clips of our new manager.
Yes, I have, and it's kind of funny. It looked like the boys got their toys took away. They looked kind of pissed off and sad.
Actually, you're right, because on certain pictures that they don't look. I mean, I think this is Joe Willock. I mean, he's looking exhausted, thinking, "God, what the hell's happened here?" I'm actually having to run. I mean, ASM's hair there is just going west. But what I like about that photo is Eddie in the background. He's sort of urging them on, whatever sort of thing they're doing there. He's clapping his hands and he's getting.
He's singing aha.
Yeah, they will. I mean, it's an attitude check up there right now, and a real manager has come on to show them how to practice.
Yeah, this one I quite like as well, because this looks like a very shortened sort of pitch, 5-a-side, very close contact sort of football, quick passing, pressing the mark, and things like that.
And that pick as well, it doesn't look like the two Steves are there either, is it?
Oh, they've gone, mate.
They've gone.
They've gone. They've gone.
Thank
They
God
are no
for
more.
that.
Riddance. Hopefully, Charlie definitely to be gone very soon now.
Yeah, they've gone.
They didn't want to see John Joe Shelby leaning on the goalpost. So
I know, yeah, he looked knackered, didn't he? It was mint.
We said before, Bill, he's leaning on flag posts, goal posts, anything he can post himself on.
He's born idle, isn't he? Let's be honest. Born idle.
Yeah, very born idle. Right. Now, we've got about 5-10 minutes left of the show, so or maybe it's a bit longer because we are blessed with Jim Ross tonight for a few minutes. So,
well, thank you. I'm feeling good now.
Yeah. Last night, basically, I put out a clip which was from the Four Horsemen. Nothing dirty or anything, but it was my number one clip, and I've had a few requests to play it on the fan forum tonight. This was
yes,
many moons ago, involving our legend John Sinclair.
My God, this is hilarious.
So I'll play it now, and for all those that have been asking today. So I promised I would. Here you go.
Sorry.
Anyway, off to our boxing correspondent, Frank Bruno. What did you think of the game, Frank? If you may notice that John looks a bit different tonight because he's had an allergic reaction to something. And
Botox.
Barry thinks he's had Botox, but I'm not sure what's going on with John tonight, guys. But he's clearly not feeling...
I'm here, which is good.
He actually looks like he's Chinese tonight, so I
was
don't
going
know.
to say, do you ever watch South Park?
Yes.
Yes. And they've got the Chinese guy, and that's what he looks like.
I think that has to be probably one of the most classic YouTube moments of 2021.
I'll tell you what, mate.
Me spit me drink it everywhere types. You've got one of them.
I mean, that's the only clip I've got on this show actually. But it was, I mean, to say that when we asked him what his allergic reaction was, and he turned around and says, "I don't have any allergies." What makes your eyes go like that? Never mind. So there you go. That clip has now been played. Let's have a look at some of the comments that have come in. Barney says he spent the last bit of training watching the youngsters, which shows his class. Steve says I paid £219 a month for mine and my son's season ticket. We were that close to packing in this season. Could have paid for a nice holiday. So pleased we didn't. Yeah, if you give your season ticket up now, you've got literally zero chance of getting it back for many in Blue Moon, because you just can't get any now. What players do you think Eddie Howe will bring in January?
Good question.
I'll put that out to everybody. So
hopefully a left back.
Left back, definitely. If he doesn't improve Jamal Lewis, whose confidence is probably rock bottom.
Yeah, we need a spine.
Yeah, we do.
Got to sign a leader. That's the most important thing any signing. He's got to sign a centre half that's a leader.
Yep.
Connor Cody picks that straight down the middle.
Connor Cody is my number one target.
And mine too, yeah, mine too.
Jimenez as well. I'll take him for his Wolves as well.
Yeah, class player, Raul Jimenez, definitely. Is there any Bristol City players? No.
Jeremiah Wurzel ain't a bad player, Paul.
Sorry, mate?
Jeremiah Wurzel from Bristol City is a good player.
Oh, God.
One of the Wurzels?
Yeah, outstanding in his field. He's a scarecrow.
Yes, he is. I'm a cider drinker. Oh, dear me.
I'm not old enough yet, but sure.
Yeah. Oh, you must have known of the Wurzels living in Bristol, for God's sake.
Yes, I know about the Wurzels. Thank you very much. I'm a very big fan of them.
Did anyone notice Andy raising his voice at me there?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he did. I'll see
Hey,
you
Paul.
in the penalty box, Annie. Go ahead, Todd.
I read an article on the Connor Cody thing, and is he not like the captain of his club?
He is.
Yeah, they was talking about him being loyal, and it would probably really be really hard to pull him away from his club.
Money talks.
Todd.
Money.
Yeah,
in a rich man's world.
Yeah, we are the richest club in the world.
Yeah, money talks.
His
mate.
agent's
Money
also
talks.
advising the consortium, so I mean, there's a link there already.
Yeah, there is.
So-
There is. Yeah. CFC Florida, thank you for another $5 super chat. Thanks for the show tonight. Best wishes against Brentwood. It's Brentford. Brentwood is in Essex somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who knows? I'm not quite sure. Paul says, be interesting to see what happens with our youth development now we have new owners, coaches, and ethos. I'm very excited to see what the whole package is going to be. New academy, everything like that. Eddie Howe smashed that training session even better than Rafford's training. He's going to transform our team into a real force. Brian says it does feel like we're being spoiled and it's here to stay. It still feels a bit surreal, doesn't it? I mean, Danielle, you know, a month since the takeover, and, you know, it's still surreal that, you know, we're talking about now Ashley gone, Bruce gone, Charlie on his way out, you know, the Sheaves have gone. You know, we look ahead now, still in kind of disbelief.
Amazing. Like, I still can't believe it. Like, I don't know. I think because, like, the results have been so dire and the performances have been so dire, it's been difficult to kind of believe again that this is happening. But now that we're starting to see movement, so the rot's going basically, and we're starting a new era today under Eddie Howe, and I just think it's amazing. Like, I really, like I said at the start of the program, I should have trusted more in the consortium because I was starting to get a bit worried as time was ticking on. But absolutely delighted. I still remember the fan forum we did a month ago when we were so miserable.
Yeah.
But are you
the next day we were buzzing, and the day after that was mortal drunk. So, you know,
we have a saying. We have a saying over here, or I'm kind of gun shy, or kind of skeptical. It's like the black clouds parted away, and there's hope right there. It's kind of, I don't know. I dare to dream right now in a way, but I know there's sunny days down the road. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the same time,
Newcastle in the past, anytime something was going right, there's always something to pop up to knock us back down.
Yeah. I'd just like to make a point. I didn't actually throw Annie out of the stream. I brought him back from the penalty box, and he got cut off immediately as he came back. So, you know, who's gone now? Oh, Gemma's gone again. Honestly, what is people's connection problems? You need to sort broadbands out, really. Abs is asking, is Danielle drinking Shelby's signed lemonade? Yeah, I noticed that. He signed
Oh, yeah, seen that. Someone bought one of them 25p cards in Shelby.
Yeah.
It'll be on eBay for like 60 grand, like that Chris Eubank Jr. microwave.
Oh, God, Gemma, are you with us?
Yeah, I am, yeah. Sorry about that.
Shocking broadbands, I tell you. Shocking.
John Sinclair saw a microwave, you mean?
I know. You're at John's house tonight, Gemma. Is that why your internet keeps going off?
Definitely not.
Don't try and climb for the window, Gemma.
You what, sorry, Billy?
Don't try and climb for the toilet window, will you?
No, dear God. Only Eddie gets his feet under the table. He will structure his backroom staff accordingly. Players should in training today blown out their asses. That's what we want to see, though. We want to see everyone blown out their asses and getting the fitness back up.
Earning their wage.
You what?
Earning their wage.
Yeah, definitely. Kevin says, I was knocked back on a few streams saying we should have got 3 points on Saturday. Shelby's free kick, effing hell, unbelievable. Listen, there was a 5-minute spell after Brighton scored that I thought we could have gone on and won the game. And we did kind of press them, and then we went off again. I mean, Stephen, what did you think of that free kick?
Oh, well, I would have thought something like get a Murphy on it or something like that, really whip it in, cause pandemonium in the box. Keeper he won't come for it because he ain't a goalkeeper by trade, is he? So cause pandemonium in the Brighton box. So if we get a knock on, just get a scrappy goal or something like that. That's what I was hoping. But Shelby with a stupid floated ball to the back of the box.
I mean, Gemma, what was your opinion of the free kick?
I didn't actually see the free kick. I stopped watching after the first half.
That is disgraceful. Were you buying gelato?
No, I wasn't. It's John that buys the gelato.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You're asking for that with that comment you made last night. I'm sorry, but you know we have to be.
I know.
You know, you don't do yourself any favors, especially with John. You know what he's like.
Bless him.
Somebody needs to. K Muggy says Joe Linton, central attacking midfielder, balls forward for Wilson is the man we're going to see under Howe. You heard it here first. Okay.
Well, that pass was phenomenal. Let's be honest.
Oh, it was.
Absolutely phenomenal. It was Hoddle-esque.
Yep. Wow, that is some praise, by the way. Do you realise you're talking about Joe Linton?
Yeah. It was. I mean, he must have miskicked it. but it was a great pass.
Joe Linton, thank you for the £2 super chat. Holla Chippers. Must be a fan of yours, Chippers.
Well, someone's got to be, haven't they?
Yeah. Toon Dave says Maxi seemed knackered and slow at times today. He says best position is number 10, so let's see if Howe agrees. Listen, I don't know about Maxi. I mean, Roy, would you play him as would you give somebody like Maxi a free role, or do you think he needs to be more disciplined?
No, I think he needs to be more disciplined.
Yeah.
I think his best position is left wing.
Left wing,
and he likes to cut in.
Do you think Howe will work on his final sort of decision making process? Because we have criticised him in the past for that, haven't we?
Yeah, he's got the skill, he's got the speed and pace, everything. He hasn't got the final touch. He can't finish. Sometimes his passes are awful as well.
Yeah.
And sometimes he does need to pass instead of trying to dribble and go through 3 players when he's got someone free on his left or right. And it's happened a few times as well.
Yeah.
But
in the situation we're in, we can't afford anyone to have a free role, really. We need everyone in their positions, keeping that part of the pitch covered. That's what I think.
I agree. Apparently, Sir John Hall's released a statement today backing Howe to be Keegan 2.0. Well, if anyone knows about you what? Sorry, Stephen?
Some endorsement there from John Hall.
Definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. Joe Linton now with an actual manager, we could see more out of him. There has to be a player in there somewhere. We do. Salah, good evening. The whole squad needs to be changed. They took their chance. Eddie is the man to make that change possible. How saying I've seen far too many people standing still. You need to move to create your own space. I love that.
Yeah.
Mind you, I mean, I loved most of what he said today, to be honest. I mean, Todd, are you familiar with Eddie Howe?
I watched it a few times when he was with Bournemouth. I like his style. Then I went and checked him out in video. I like that. I mean, everything that I've seen, it's been positive. But with the guys on the team, I think they need to be given a break, because the managers that we had before, I mean, that's where it starts. It starts from the top down, and they wasn't, so this wasn't after working. It's like they're just going through the motions.
A fresh start.
Yeah, we do. Fresh. Apparently, Sunderland have lost again tonight. Is that right? Wow.
Well, that makes a change.
It doesn't matter really.
That's a high school team over there, right?
Oh yeah. Just a little. It's a kind of little village pub team down the road.
Sunday team.
We don't bother with them most of all. Evening all. Eddie's like a breath of fresh air to the club. Favourite saying under new coach: everyone starts with a clean slate except Lascelles, Shelby, Clark. Their time's up.
Amen.
Danielle, do you think that he's going to keep Lascelles as captain? I mean, he probably will for the rest of the season.
He probably will for now. I don't think he wants to upset the apple cart too much. Straight away, I think he's already shocked them into God, they'll all be in bed now, won't they? Let's be honest, they'll be shattered after today. But Lascelles needs to go end of the season. Not be captain, because he's not a leader. He sits there, just shrugs his shoulders, points, blames other players, and you just think, just shut up. Like when I was at the Chelsea game, and you've seen it yourself, Paul, he was just standing there, shrugging his shoulders.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, but how could change?
I think they all need a fresh chance, though, with the new manager. They all need a fresh chance, all of them. Let's see how they perform.
Apart from Shelby.
Yeah.
Even Shelby. If we can get a tune out of them, then why? Why not?
He's had millions of chances under loads of different managers, and he's just been as bone idle with every single one.
I tend to agree with you, but I think he'll be given a chance, and if he proves himself, then
You're a better human being than me, Billy Trey, because I would have marched him out within 10 minutes. Get out.
I think he has a bad attitude. I mean, he reminds me of a Joey Barton.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to agree with you, but
at least Barton broke off someone though.
I'd actually have Barton over Shelby any day.
That's true.
I do like a good hard tackle.
Yeah. I mean, Shelby, I mean, Jesus, 50-50 tackles, and he's just like, ooh, me toes, me toenails, and all that kind of stuff. Wendy says, be nice to see all our players in the correct position and ready to show some attacking football against Brentford. Can't wait for the game. Absolutely buzzing. Atmosphere will be electric. Yeah, it should be again, to be fair.
I'll be there.
Oh, you're going, aren't you, Stephen? Aye. Tell you what.
What do you guys think of Sean Longstaff? Because obviously he played a lot better under Rafa than he did under Bruce. What do you think about him under Howe? I think he could.
I think he's in the form return.
I think he needs a loan.
He's out of contract then this season.
It's a new manager might give it, he might flourish into a new manager. We just have to wait and see, won't we? But I mean, there's a player in there somewhere. Obviously, we saw it with Rafa, but not with Bruce. But how many players can we say improved under Bruce? None of them. So
yeah, they all declined under Bruce, to be fair. But I just thought Matty was more the goal scorer, and they sent him on loan. But
yeah,
but then when Sean went on loan, if you look at his time on loan at Blackpool, some of the goals he scored for Blackpool were tremendous. And I always said, I mean, if you look back at the Bournemouth game during the COVID stuff when there was no fans in the ground, we beat Bournemouth down there 4-0. Sean had to go off injured just after he scored, but he played him in the number 10 position, and he looked like a different player. Obviously, he scored a goal. He created the first one. It was just, he looked so much better. So Billy's right. There is a player in there, but whether we can get that player back is a different story, because we know he's had injury problems. He's had all sorts of issues off the pitch, obviously, with the Longstaffs and whatever went on behind the scenes. So there's still issues there. But like Billy says, I think everybody's going to get the chance to impress. I mean, Eddie Howe has to do that as a new manager. He has to come in and assess every player and give them a fair crack of the whip, I guess, because it would be unfair for him just to come in and listen to Graham Jones. I mean, that was my fear, that he comes in and Jones is saying, oh, we've been working on this fantastic back five. And I can imagine Eddie Howe turn around saying, Graham, that fantastic back five is no more. We're actually going to try and play football at this club now. So
it'd be funny if he goes to a back three. Goes all out attack.
I don't think Eddie Howe has ever played a back three, so I'd be staggered. Yeah. I'm happy playing a 4, to be honest. I really am. Darlow has got banana feet, says Jason. His kicking's abysmal. It really is.
I think you'll see a big improvement. I know he's on your crap list right now, but Miggy, I think Miggy will turn around a lot under Howe. I think he's going to get the most potential out of Miggy. I know you're upset with him right now, but please, you heard it.
He's an attacking footballer.
You heard it here first.
I don't understand how you can say that we give Shelby another chance, but Miggy's a.
I watched Miggy in Atlanta. I mean, I know it's the MLS still, but there's talent there, and I mean, he was tearing it up, and this is not the Miggy that I've seen. I mean, I know the Premier League is it's a rough football, but so.
Yeah, I've just seen a £2 donation from Jolene with the words pickles.
Okay.
Not sure.
What about Fernandez? Do you think he'll get a shot under Howe? Because he's not even on the bench under Jones,
Yeah,
I didn't understand what he was talking about. Like, so you don't bring him on when you're winning, and you don't bring him on when you're losing. So,
yeah, it didn't make much sense.
No.
I think you'll get a chance. I really hope that he. I mean, I can't see it with Lascelles being captain, but I really hope he would go with Fernandez and Shah. I know people say Shah plays better in a back five, but Shah is a far better defender than Lascelles or Kieran Clark, to be honest. Does he give Kraft a go? Is he going to get more games? To be fair to Emil Kraft, I think he's done well the last 2 games he's been in. He hasn't made any mistakes as far as I can remember, and he's actually looked more secure than Clark on the other side of Lascelles, to be honest. But
he didn't stand out at all, so that's usually a good thing if you don't stand out.
But this is what they're going to have to do in training. This is why they're going to have to work harder, because they're going to have to impress the manager in training as well. It's not a case now with me best mate Steve's going to put us in the first 11 straight away. We can tell, we know immediately what substitutions are going to come, because the same players week in, week out coming off and on. It's going to be very much different this time around, because Eddie Howe will change it if the game's not going his way. He doesn't care. He'll change it as needs to be, which, of course, we know our previous manager had no idea how to do.
sorry, didn't Bruce actually come out and say, like, I remember when he first took over, he was literally saying to the lads, what did Rafa tell you to do that? And there was a time where they were doing all right, and then all of a sudden they kind of start falling off because there was no discipline there. But then eventually, remember he came out and he says, I'm going to do it my way now. And then it just got even worse.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he came out, he goes, I don't do tactics. How does a manager of a football club come out and say, I don't do tactics?
Well, he says he's never done tactics ever before. But, you know.
Did I break up there?
Yeah.
It is crackling a bit.
Oh, sorry. 1 second.
It must be his Lemsips. Oh, he's gone. Anyway, we're coming to the end of the show now. So what I'm going to ask everybody... Oh, we've definitely got feedback from somewhere. I don't know whose it is.
Someone's got the YouTube on.
I'm trying to see if it's the usual suspects, but it's not. We've definitely got an echo going on here. Just trying to see which microphones there might be. God, it sounds terrible. Somebody else has dropped off. Oh, it's stopped now.
That's good now.
I wonder what it was.
Well, the culprits are whoever dropped off last, so I don't know who that was. Right, we've come to the end of the show, unfortunately. That is what it is. But what I'm going to ask is, hang on, we'll bring Dave back in just to get his prediction. Dave, I'll start with you. Now that Eddie Howe's manager, where do you think we're going to finish in the Premier League?
Let's see. I'd say maybe 16th.
Oh, God almighty, that's nail-biting stuff, isn't it? 16th. Jesus. Right, thanks for coming on, Dave.
No worries.
All right, hopefully speak to you soon, matey. Take care. Get well soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Gemma, we'll come to you next. Now that Eddie Howe's in charge, is it a different prediction for where we're going to finish?
Yeah, considering like how far down we are.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 12.
Wow.
I'm hoping.
Well, I'd be happy with 12th. I think we'd all be happy with 12th given the situation we're in. But thank you very much for coming on, Gemma. And make sure you enjoy your trip to Italy with Mr. Sinclair and have fun with the gelato.
Thank you, Paul.
Speak soon. Take care.
Bye, Gemma.
Bye.
Bye, Danielle. Bye, everyone.
She's never going to live that down now.
She's a good laugh, man.
She is. Todd, how about yourself? Where are we going to finish?
I don't know. I want to watch this the next game up and see how the guys play, and before I make any kind of prediction, I'm more on the downside of it. I think we might get relegated, but
you still think we might go down?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Right.
Good night, guys and gals.
Thanks for coming on. You take care out there.
Thank you. Y'all be blessed.
Speak soon. We've got a terrible. Oh, it's gone again. No, it's still there. So, somebody's buggering up this show. Never mind. Billy, where are we going to finish?
I'm going to say 14th.
14th, right. That'll do me. That'll do me for this season. Thanks for coming on, matey.
Anytime. See you soon.
See you soon, buddy. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Chippers.
15th.
15th.
Yep. 15th, I think, will be with 10 points, possibly from safety. Round about that mark, 9 and 10 points. So
I think the main thing is that we just finish in the bloody Premier League this season. I think that's
just that's it.
Right. Well, thanks for coming on, matey. Speak soon.
Catch us all later.
Take care. Mr. Proudlock, you are next on the hit list. Where are we going to finish?
13th.
Oof. I'd be happy with that. That's away from the relegation zone. That'll do me. Anything coming up on the channel this week, mate?
Just me new football show on Thursday, and I might vlog another Gateshead game on Saturday.
Oh, they're at home on Saturday, are they?
They are, yes.
Oh, I might have a look along, actually.
Yeah, we'll go. Alfred and Town, they're playing.
All right. I think I might have a look down, actually. Definitely, actually. I think I'll go. Right, thanks for coming on, matey. I'll hopefully speak to you soon. I'll see you at the weekend.
Catch you later, man.
Take care, mate. Stephen, how about yourself? Where are we finishing?
12th, I'm going to say.
12th. That'll do me.
Yeah,
that'll do me. Right, thanks for coming on, buddy. Take care. I think it was Stephen's headphones that were going a bit mental there. And Roy.
I've got a feeling we'll get 37 points. Probably enough to stay up, maybe 16th or 17th. 37
God
points.
Almighty, that's a bit nail biting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the next 7 games or 8 games, and then I know we'll win, but we've got some hard away games and home games, and after January as well. So
yeah, well, December's the month for me.
10
December's
wins.
an absolute meh.
Yeah, 11 wins. That'll be enough. So
yeah,
I think we'll get 9 or 10 wins. Just get the 37 points. That'll be enough.
That's the main thing.
It depends. Yeah, who else? But I'll be happy with 17th.
As long as we don't go down, I think at all costs this season. Right, thanks for coming on, Roy. I'll let you get off to bed now. You must be knackered.
Yeah, I'm going to go watch those videos because I haven't seen any yet.
All right.
So I'll start watching them now.
All right, take care, mate. Speak soon.
Okay. See you later.
Good night. Good night. So there you have it. Danielle, obviously, where are we going to finish? That is the big question. I mean, are you a bit more optimistic now that we're going to stay in the Premier League?
Yeah, I'm all in, me. Like, we're not going to get relegated. I'm going for 11th.
11th.
Yeah, and I think we're going to get a few surprising results over the Christmas period as well. I'm all in now. That's it.
I mean, I think, Eddie Howe doesn't, well, we know he does his work, doesn't he? He does his homework on every opposition he plays and works out how to try and at least get a result against them, which, like we said before, we haven't had for such a long time.
I feel like we've got hope, though. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
like, I feel like we've got excitement. We've got, maybe we can get something at Christmas, and before we wouldn't have even dreamt of thinking of that. So I'm going to go 11th.
11th will do me. I think I'm going with you as well. I think 11th or 12th, and I think that will do us perfect this season. And then we can start building in the summer again. But that is it. Yeah, that is it for Fan Forum for this week, guys. Thank you very, very much for all your comments, all your super chats. Very generous, especially Michael again. Thank you so much. Absolute gent. Thank you for taking part in the show. Thank you to everybody that's come on. Really enjoyed the chat tonight about where we're heading, and it's amazing to sort of the positivity now is starting to grow again. The slight lull when there was a sort of gap between managers and where we were heading, but now I think everybody's seen those videos with Eddie Howe, and suddenly it's all optimistic again, which is exactly how it should be, and it's something we've missed for a very, very long time. But thank you everybody for watching again. If you have enjoyed the show, don't forget to smash the like button and help us build the channel again. Can keep continuing, moving upwards. And if you've liked the channel and you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It's free to do. Just hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and that will let you know of any future uploads or live streams. And we're on the road to 6,000. So if we can get there soon, that would be fantastic. But thank you very much, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Take care, guys.